present her deputation. Welcome to the meeting. Helen, you have 5 minutes to present your deputation to Council.
Hello, councillors. I'd like to show you this photograph first. It's on my t-shirt, but I just want to show you this. This is me, and this is my husband 7 years ago. It doesn't look like that now, and I've not brought a picture of him now because it wouldn't be dignified for him. But that's us 7 years ago. My husband John has been living at Claremont Care Home for nearly 2 years, and before that he used both Castle Grange and Claremont for respite care. When John was originally diagnosed with early onset dementia at age 57, he bravely took me around nearly 20 different care homes, knowing through experience what was likely to be coming our way, desperately trying to prepare me. Of all the homes we visited, Claremont was his choice. The state of some of the others we visited was heartbreaking. By the end of our tour, we were both extremely frightened. Only Claremont and the staff there were able to reassure us. John played rugby for Emily Moore. I know it doesn't exist now, but he played at rugby for Emily Moore, and he taught geography and PE in Almonbury, Shelley, Mirfield Free Grammar before he retired. He coached rugby for Huddersfield under-16 in his youngest days. He always gave back to his community. He's my husband, a father to 2 boys and stepfather to 2 others. He's loved by me, my family, and we desperately miss everything that dementia stole from us and is continuing to steal from us. Moving John to Claremont nearly destroyed me. I cried myself to sleep for 3 months. And I noticed John's anxiety still every time I visited him and every time I tried to leave him. In that first 3 months, he stopped talking. He paced. He showed me, the person who knows him best, the toll that this change had wrought on him. And I, his wife, the person that loved him, was guilt-ridden for what I'd done. But after this, things settled slowly, and emerging from what was a wreckage, it was a wreckage. We both found ourselves, our new selves. Today, I visit John 2 or 3 times a week. I can take him out now. I take him on day trips. I take him on regular outings to the pub for a pint. We visited Scarborough in the summer to watch Yorkshire play Kent. But importantly, what makes it possible for me to do that is he's always happy to go home. His home, Claremont. Sorry if I go off script a little bit. Sometimes, most weeks we go to our home in Bristol. He always wants to get up after he's had his cup of tea and cake and go back to Claremont. Claremont is his home now. His anxiety is gone, and so is mine. This is because of the consistent high levels of care that he receives each day at Claremont. The familiarity, the routines, the regular staff faces who all know him so well. It's amazing care, and it embodies everything about Claremont. And I'm proud, I am so proud, that my husband is cared for by the local authority with such high standards. Such high standards. Unfortunately, I will never get back. He will never get back what we lost from moving him from home to Claremont. That transition, that change, those first few months, they were devastating to us both. and his voice has gone. It's gone forever. Technical bits now, a bit easier. In the report presented to Council, 26th of September, it stated in point 2.16, a stage 1 impact assessment showed there may be short-term negative effect on the residents, their families and staff. It also states risks are highlighted in regard to moving vulnerable residents. I need to clearly state that my husband suffered short-term, as I've described, and I could go into so much detail, so much more detail, but I've got 5 minutes. And longer-term negative effects when he moved to Claremont. His lack of speech is permanent. Can you share the integrated impact assessment publicly to help us understand these calculated short-term risks that you are considering as part of this consultation? And can you also share any assessments that are being carried out in regard to the longer-term impacts on residents in relation to health? Finally, I visit my husband 2 to 4 times a week, and it's manageable because it is a 10-minute drive from my home, from Birstall to Heckmondwike. In point 3.6 of the report to Cabinet, 26th of the 10th, it states that there may be financial implications in relation to travel costs. It's not only financial implications that need to be considered in relation to change of location, but distance. This isn't a swimming pool, I'm sorry. This is a life. It's distance and time, as this determines how frequently they can visit. We can visit our loved ones. This impacts the health of both residents and our families. We're all aware of how rapidly memory deteriorates. If familiar routines of faces are not kept up and seen with dementia sufferers. And I am terrified. I'm terrified of the day my husband forgets me. Sorry. Don't hasten this by moving him away from me or by changing his home again. What accountability are you willing to take for the decline of my husband's health and Agnes's and Dorothy's and Barbara's and Susan's, my husband's friends, his new family, Carol's, Michael's? I absolutely appreciate the financial difficulties you are under. I absolutely appreciate it, Jackie. I'm a card-holding Labour Party member. But please, find another way. The impact of closure for residents and their families, the husbands, the wives, the daughters, the sons, the grandchildren. It's going to be immense. I'm sorry if I went off script on the odd sentence.
Helen, thank you. Could I invite Councillor Ramsey?